Okay, peeps, it's a Mother's Day here, even though we have no kids, but we have a pool and a grill, so to all the mothers out there, my respect. I know we've done it on a million things, but we're gonna do some burgers tonight. I'm gonna show you getting away on the Santa Maria grill. It's far better than a Weber grill and simple charcoal, which it makes it taste great. Don't get me wrong, I've had it a dozen times. So I'm just getting, my burgers are gonna be, it's nice, it's a good price. Just get, you get a little bit of juicy burgers there. Mushrooms, tater tots, and some fresh made Publix bread. All right, so with that, let's start getting ready to grill. Now I'm pretty simple in my burgers, but I love this Texas sugar. This is a Meat Church. Try it out. I have some of the most amazing spices they have for different things, but this works really good for burgers. And this good old garlic powder. Not really salt and pepper or anything until the very end. And forgot to say we're adding cheese. All right, now I'm gonna show you how to build this fire to make these really charcoal, get that line, and not be overcooked. Okay, I really love these fire starters. They come in a big pack, but these things light up like crazy. I'll show that later in a different video. Now, doesn't matter really. This gives you, I'm gonna put my big chunks of wood on here in a second. These little guys. And let me tell you, that tinderbox organizes, that organizes beautifully. And you'll see what I'm about to do. All right, so I'm just gonna light these guys up. Light really fast, see that? And now, oh, I had some already. See, they come in big bricks. And that starts the kindling. What's gonna happen when this burns and falls in, this falls in, this falls in, you get an even bed of coals, okay? So on the grill, I wanna know where that heat is. I have a bunch of stuff like I stacked up like a Christmas tree, it's gonna be centered. So this is a good, we're roughly in the middle, and do that. Now I'll come back later and I'll show you how this gets a good fire. Okay, about 3 minutes later, look at that beautiful cooking with a lot of smoke. It's wind blowing. All right. Right there. And you know this, it's not the fire. You want that coals and you get that different kind of smoke. If you can see that smoke coming out of there, that's what we want. Now I'm gonna let this sit probably 15, 20 minutes. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll put a log on here, and let me tell you, you get that technique, smoke. You get that technique, it produces that perfect bed of coals. All right, with that, about 15 minutes, as you see now, the kindling in the wood is good. So let's make sure everything is nicely distributed, and do this. Leave it in a little bit of a angle. See, I got the air gap in there. Now, I got an even burn. I'm gonna have a great bed of coals, and that's gonna make a great cook. Because what happens once this burns down, it starts to smoke heavy. I put the meat up here, get that smoke first, okay? And then I'll show you my little technique to get those coals hot and fire up, come back up again. I give that char on this. I tell you, this even Embers grill, they thought it out. Porcelain. Nice. And by the way, the fire bricks and my steel plate underneath working like a champ. I can pull those back and you'll see if it's not too hot. Not a mark on that, okay? I've had every kind of grill imaginable. They're made out of this thin steel aluminum base, and they rust. That heat eats them up alive. So underneath is that steel plate to save the bottom, and these fire bricks around here. Love, love, love it. All right, with that, I'll give about another 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be back in touch. Okay, while the grill is grilling up and getting up to heat and all my stuff and whatnot, I'm gonna prep So we've got some tater tots over here we're gonna have. And so I'm gonna cut these up. Size of my hand, how big are those? Oh, delicious. Slice these babies up. I like them big. The hamburgers, yeah, baby. Can't have a mushroom cheeseburger without mushrooms. All right, through the magic of cameras, I'm only gonna cook a few because the hamburgers only need a couple much. But I'm gonna try an experiment today. I'm gonna put these on the grill. The bigger ones, the nicer ones. I wanna see how those grill up today. All right, with that, I'm gonna let these cook and let's go check the fire. Don't forget, low and slow for mushrooms. Okay, look at that. See that char? There's that big, look at those coals. Now I got some heat, okay? But up here, kind of mild. That's as high as I can go, I think, yeah. And the beautiful thing about this, we're almost offset. For example, over here, I wouldn't even think about touching that, okay? So you kind of got some offset. So now, what I want to wait just a little bit more, probably 10 minutes, is to let that kind of go where it's not so much fire and it's a little more smoke. I'll get the fire back later. All right, I can hear all my grill people out there going, Kelly, what the hell are you doing? Just cook the damn burgers. And I got it. I got a friend of mine, he has a gas grill just for that. When they're hungry, they want a burger, 700 degrees in 2 minutes, cook, and done. Now, I'm a relaxed guy. My wife's a relaxed girl. We just like to take our time. And yes, that's the beautiful Carmela's popping behind me. So yeah, is it a little more time? Yes, a little picky, yes, but that burger can come out tasting 50 times better. Okay, I'm taking out the mushrooms, about 5 minutes on each side. This gives a nice little chewy texture. Good for hamburgers. My wife wants a little bite of one, I'll make her one. All right. All right, light salt. And let them set. All right, we're back at the grill. Now you see that now? Not as much flames, but if you see it coming out, I got a ton of smoke. We're ready to start cooking. Now up here, warm. About where I want it. Now that's the highest the grill goes, and you know, it's warm. So let's bring some burgers out. Okay. Now the smoke comes and goes in different directions. It will whip from right to left here, but the point is, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes just to get some of that smoke in before I start cooking it. And trust me, pause the pistol down there, but just, I love giving that because it gives that burger a much more smoky flavor. All right, we'll catch you when I start lowering it. All right, see those coals, no fire, right? I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm just gonna have a little fun, see what happens. I got backup mushrooms, all right. And everybody knows this trick. Am I getting ashes everywhere? Okay, that's interesting. All right, you see that smoke rolling now? Part one of a good burger. So I put this little guy on here. Woo. I'm gonna give him just a minute to really get those flames going. I love it. Every cook is different. Every breeze is different. Whew. Look at that go. All right, there we go. Okay, you see that? I got it perfect. Just where the fire is barely licking that. These burgers are way too soft today. I don't know what the hell. So I'm gonna get a little, see if I can see underneath. Yeah, it's hard to tell. All right, let them cook for a little bit, then I'll flip them. Okay, look, those cook for a couple minutes. Now you start to get that char. Now I push them down into that grill and we'll test it out. We like our burgers at 145. That's about 130. Okay, let those cook just for a few more minutes. I'm not gonna hold my breath on the mushrooms. Look at that, you can hear that? They grease it in the fire. So that's the trick. Get those coals with the 2 logs, and then when everything kind of goes down, put that 3rd log in there. After you're done smoking, now you got that little everything yummy, the grease dripping down, those char grill taste coming in. Loving it. All right, it's about 136 after a few minutes. So I'm gonna let that cheese just kick in and get melted. Yeah. All right, be ready in a bit and get the buns. Okay, the burgers are done. They reached 145. One thing again about this Even Embers in all Santa Maria grills, if you need to get off in a hurry and raise it up, see here, it's barely 100 degrees. Mushroom, taste test. Feels like a mushroom. Yeah, fail. All right, with that. Now the other thing I do, I learned this from an old grill cook from Texas. That is mayonnaise. You used to put butter, but one thing I don't like is those Wonder Buns because they get so smushed so fast, so easy. These are baked at Publix or just any fresh bread or something that's got a little more umph to it. Because that way, when the grease and juices come through, I always like to do my buns. And I can put this over here, on my cooking gear over here. And hang on. About this where it licks up on them, heats them up a little bit. One more. I want to dry that bun up a little bit, and that mayonnaise gives you a nice soft in the middle, but the other hard bread gives you just that little bit of a bite. Perfect for a good burger. Look at that over there. Doesn't take but a minute. Watch them. See, starting to get a little something. Right there, perfect. See, that's what I want. Get that nice little, makes the burger look so beautiful. All right, let's go prep. And Belle, do we ever go out to another place for hamburgers?
Not really.
Not really.
Mr. Cum makes the best burgers.
All right, there you go. Okay, my wife here is a carnivore and picky as hell.
Okay.
So if she says a thumbs up, it's delicious. What flavors do you taste?
On the char, on
the meat.
On the meat. I don't know. It's all mixed up in there with mushroom and cheese.
Well, let's go with good.
Well, let's see. Oh, misty.
Yeah, smoky,
Okay.
smoky. Yeah.
Smoky.
See, you get a lot of flavors. That's what she's saying.
Nice.
All right, I'll let her eat now.
Yeah.
Some people quick, put whatever what you want on, whatever. But again, one of these reasons I love these Santa Fe grills: up, down, even heat, use offset. I mean, I can't tell you. I've had every smoker, offset smoker, cabinet smoker, grill smoker, you know, the whole thing. And without a doubt, this beats those hands down. Again, $4.99 over at Home Depot. Even Embers Grill, easy assemble, good. I put this video out just to show, even on a simple burger, how delicious that can be with just a little bit of cooking. That thing was smoking like crazy, and she loved it. And the aftertaste you get is that charcoal, that smoke, that charcoal grill part that makes everything so good. So with that, everybody, thank you for watching the video. Happy Mother's Day, and with that, put peace in the universe. And from the Tiki Bar deep in Florida, Peace out.